Hey guys, so I'm here to talk to you and give you guys a story time. I have so many regrets in my life, and I'm here to tell you that, it's so crazy because I was at, I had 3 jobs, and my second job, I really liked it so much, and I had, I was there for 3.5 years. Um, there is this one manager that I really, really, really liked, and I know she liked me a lot. And there is this guy that I worked with, and I will be honest, he was like, I don't know, I never really used to like him, but towards the end is when he was being really nice to me, and I kind of liked him, and things got out of hand. I kind of liked him too much, and there was this one time where I asked him to take me home because I got my first apartment, and I was there for a few months, and then I asked him to take me home one time, and I don't know what it was. I just really liked him, at the end. And then literally, I would say literally a couple days later, I got my very first car. A little a little Charger. But yeah. And I would say, I have so many regrets in my life because, I would, try to text him. I would try to call him all the time and be like, hey, how are you doing? Let me come over. And, um, I would do a lot of stuff, and I would see him a lot around everywhere. And, there was this one time where I, followed him. But, I don't know. I just feel bad. And then one of my managers, one that used to like me a lot, she, you know, she ended up liking him, and then they got together, and I was happy for them. But then um she had was the one time where I saw them somewhere in public, and I thought it was funny, so I thought I was gonna follow them, but I never followed them exactly to their destination. I just I would just be around them, and sometimes I would run into them, and then you know things got carried away, or they thought I was stalking them, and there was sometimes where I would follow them to be funny, but I have so many regrets in my life, and I was almost at a 4-year job for so long, and I was there for 3.5 years, and there was this one time where they all came down, my managers, and I got talked to, and then they told me not to do it again, and then I stopped doing it, and then a week later I got fired. I just have so many regrets in my life, and I feel bad for it. And if I could go back and tell her that I'm sorry, that I never meant to follow you guys, I never meant to do this or do that, I would go do it again. I want to talk to her. If you're seeing this anywhere on my TikTok, come to me, call me, text me. I feel really bad, and I would go, and I know that things can never change. I know I would never be allowed back in there. Um, I know I would never be allowed back in the store. I would not never be allowed to work for you guys again. But if I could just tell you that I'm sorry, and I never meant to do what I did, and we always have regrets in our life, and I wasn't thinking at the time. I wasn't always in my right mind sometimes, and I would just go drive. I love to drive. It's literally my happiness. I would love to go drive somewhere. I would love to go do something, My life is pretty boring. I literally have nobody, Like, I currently live in my car. When I got fired from my job, that's when I started living in my car, and then things got carried away, and everything just started happening to me. I don't have really any family like that. I'm by myself, and I just get scared every single day. And if I could go back and tell her that I'm sorry for everything, I would. And, I just don't want her to be scared if I, go in public and see her and to be like, oh, Alyssa's stalking me again, Like, ay, ay, ay. But if you're seeing this, or if any of you guys in the comments, comment down below if you ever have any regrets that you have. Just how do you cope with it? It's so hard. I'm not a bad person. I just did things that I never thought that I would ever do. And it's so hard because I would go back in time, if I could go tell her right now, if I can go call her up right now and be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I want to apologize to you. I know nothing can change. I just want you to see this somewhere on my TikTok. And I'm sorry to the people that I worked with. I'm sorry if you guys are mad at me. I'm sorry if I did anything to hurt you guys. I'm sorry, about anything. I regret that so much. And you guys were like family to me. My coworkers, my managers, and I just want to let you guys know that I'm very, very, very truly 100% sorry for literally everything. And it just hurts, it hurts.
Yeah, I was not expecting her to say that, but I definitely have regrets in my past, but stalking? She's taking accountability for what she did. So that is definitely the first step, knowing that what you did wasn't right and that you're apologizing to this said person. I get when you do get too attached to someone and they just don't have that same feeling back to you. You just have to let it go. Like in any relationship, whether it's friendships, relationships, if they are not having that same energy towards you, just let them go. There are so many other people out there in the world. I understand why you were fired. She was probably honestly afraid. You have to think about it from their perspective, being followed in a car by someone that you know unknowingly. I feel like your manager was in fear. She didn't know what your intentions were following her. I think that would be anyone's reaction because it's like, okay, they're following me, but what is their next step in this? I honestly feel like you didn't have any harmful intentions. You were just curious to see what they were doing. But stalking is definitely not okay. If someone isn't feeling the same way about you, like I said, just let them go. Or if you do want to hang out with coworkers outside of work, ask them. Ask them what they're doing. Ask them, can you be a part of it? Following them is definitely not the way to go. Messy family, have you guys ever been stalked by someone that you know?